Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21. We're in career mode. We're on episode 57. So we're at a big sponsor objective, but it's a race that I basically have a C team at. So we're gonna struggle to succeed at this, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna at least give it that old college try. Well, anyway, there's 5 stages. 2 are flat, 2 punchy, and 1 shorter time trial. So our best time trialist is Ramon. None of our guys are terribly punchy. Our best overall climber is Maida. In terms of punchiness, Ramon is okay. So we're trying to ride for Ramon. We're trying to ride for Galvez as a bit of a backup, but he's on a -2 race day condition, and then Maida. Somewhere between, I think, Ramon and Maida. Hopefully we'll find a happy zone and get maybe a top 10, but this is a punchy stage, and Matthew Vanderpool is the 9th favorite. That's where we're at. We are nowhere near. I mean, he's got an 81 punch, and we're supposed to follow that. That's not gonna happen. So I think odds are not good. This could be a one and done kind of stage, or maybe try the last stage to bring it back. But you can see just how quickly our guys are falling back that first little climb, even though we're pushing at a 78. We've got to bring this up a bit faster. Maida, especially. Why is he so far back? Razanaukis riding solo is a bit too far back. Galvez, it's time to start speeding up, keep a front position. Ramon, best place so far. Pluto helping him out. Ramon, you can see Hills 72, Mountain 68. And that's what we have to rely on. We have 3, 4, 5 climbs, plus a little false flat on the way to the finish. This is the second. It's short, it's steep, and there's no real time for recovery, so it just kind of takes it out of you more and more and more and more as we go along. So you can see Razanaukis at an 82, struggling and on the verge of getting dropped. Oh, this game. I'm slowly rolling him up higher and higher, and then all of a sudden it just plummets down to a rate where he loses a lot of tempo fast. Talionis, gone. First one out. Sato is going to get dropped here soon. Galvez, poor race day condition for him, so he is, technically he's been dropped. In fact, everybody but Maida has technically been dropped, including Roman. So Roman, who was well placed, no longer. Pluto has nothing left to help him get back up there. Problem with trying to put pressure on and chase. Razanaukis couldn't protect. Pluto's done. Pluto's done, so we'll let Pluto go. Galvez, work your way up, please. It is technically back together. Sato out the back. Put him on auto. Pluto is clearly about done, so let's help him with his escape out the back. Galvez is not going forward. He is going backwards. Okay, Ramon, likewise, struggling. Maida, struggling. We are all out the back. It's coming back together, though. So Maida, position, improving. Ramon, really struggling. You want the best for your guys, but if you push too hard, they're done. I mean, that's only 3 climbs out of 5. There's a lot more climbing to do, and there's just not much energy. We are trying to minimize what's going on here, but it's just not looking good. Galvez, you're done. You're done. Sit up. Razanaukis, don't be the ones to bring back those 20 guys. Ramon has improved his position at the base of the climb. So do we use Maida to protect Ramon? Ramon, 78 time trialist, 73 prologer. Maida, nowhere near as good. The time trial's our best chance at some sort of result. And neither of these guys are terribly good in terms of climbing. So I think we need to protect Ramon and get him as high up as we can, as we're seeing some strong climbers making a move. Peloton's going to thin out here real quick, and it starts to 51. Gel.
This climb features some
Get these guys to gel as well. Not that it matters. Okay, we're going to get Ramon over this climb. Still in contention. Amongst now just a group of 35. So that's good. Position looking better. But again, energy-wise, this is it. We're looking at barely top 25 right now. Let the attackers attack, but for us, we've got to just try to desperately hang on to as strong of a position as we can get. A lot of guys going backwards there. We are hanging on. The split happening just behind us. Try to hang on through this section because the gap seems to be opening up. 43 seconds already, the gap behind.
Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
Okay, now we kind of sit up and I don't know, try to hang on to a top 15 maybe. Looks more likely that we're going to be right about 20th. We hang on to a group of 5, dropped off the back. Is that Vanderpool? It is. Vanderpool is with us. Rodriguez, Dunbar. Wow, those are really good climbers.
We're into the last
5.5K to go.
And he moves on to the attack. It could be decisive.
Group of 8 chasing just for the back edge of the top 20. It's all blown up. Now it's a group of 13. We're catching, riders from behind are catching us, so that's not a good thing. But we have no, even with Maida protecting us, we are barely keeping up with these guys. 3K to go. Looks like we're about to get dropped. No, we're hanging on just barely.
Alone against all. It required a lot of
Shanghai Joseph. Sure,
today.
okay. Okay, Jean. Steinhauser was the favorite. He's 81, Mountain, Soler, Mesnada, Lutsenko, Van Barl. Outside of the top 10. Vanderpool got 11th. That's who we were with. He rode off, left the group behind. Maida's going to help us get up there. Again, Maida on his own wouldn't have been much better. Maybe Maida's right there. That's 5 minutes down, though. That is 5 minutes down. That hurts. If we could have hung with Vanderpool, I think we would have had some sort of shot later on. That was too far back. 28th, 29th. Too much time lost, I think. That would have made probably a solid 2.5 minute difference. So, again, the backup group just not strong enough. That wasn't that bad of a stage. Tempo definitely blew that thing up, though. That was one guy going a minute and a half clear. I'm guessing he was breakaway surviving. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of gap they had. It was 2 or 3 minutes last I had checked. But 3:16 is where we would have been. We ended up 5:03. Almost a full 2 minute difference. And so, yes, that race, we're out of reach. We have other hopes, though. So last episode, we opened the race in Andalucia and opened with a win for Burlikov. This is the other major objective we have going on at the same time. This one, unlike the other one, has a pretty solid team at it. This team, though, we've got to win. Burlikov, with that Stage 1 victory, does sit in a good position. Stage 2, I quick simmed. We lost about 4 seconds, and that's all, so we're still in a strong position after 2 stages. This is officially a mountain stage. It's not that bad of a stage. This, though, not really a stage to gain a lot of time. This is a stage to not lose time. This is a stage to just keep things under control. I've got to keep an eye on the breakaway of 9 riders and that gap. We cannot let them get too far away, otherwise they could absolutely win on the day and gain significant amounts of time. However, they are being chased already. So we're talking about an under 3 minute gap and a pretty hefty chase right now by Arkea and and company. So other teams giving chase, and that is good. Looks like Decathlon, Movistar, all sorts of teams involved in the chase. We, meanwhile, already feeling it, really feeling it. There are quite a few riders out the back here with 147k to go. This is rough. I mean, they are blowing this field up. We are hanging in there by going at a 76, which is minimalistic effort, but it is also roughly what is necessary. We're going to get a good amount of time to recover on this descent coming up before we go into that category 1. Let's hope we get a good amount of recovery in, because all 6 of our guys are starting to struggle a little bit. Well, I mean, 3 of them aren't, but they're feeling it, certainly. Okay, we do get through that without losing any riders. Those 3 fully recovered, the other 3 supporting them just about now fully recovered right before we begin the next climb. 1 of the front 9 has been split off, so that's a good thing. That gives them a little less firepower as we now go up a category 1 climb. This time the chase not quite as pronounced. Also, you can see that the breakaway riders are actually pulling away a little bit out to 440. So it's up to us if this gap starts to increase too much. It's at 5 minutes. Is it going to hold here? It seems to be holding at 5 minutes. Well, maybe not. 5:25, 5:30 as they attack over the top. That opened up a little bit further, but now, yeah, holding at 5 1/4. So nobody seems to be allowing them to get away, which is good. 107k. We need to get water before that opportunity goes. Unfortunately, the only red we have is Burlikov. It's a -1. Downhill is affected, but not his other attributes. It's weird. We brought Rivera in to be one of our better climbers, and he never gets the role. He never has good race day condition. I don't think he's leveled up since the day we signed him. So over a year later, and he's done nothing but be a support climber. He's still better than plenty that we have on the team. But he never came in as the number 2, number 3 guy that he was when we signed him, as we intended him to be. So just 104 left in the peloton. The breakaway is now down to 7 at the front, 1 more in no man's land, and their gap down to 3.5 minutes with 2 climbs to go, plus some undulation along the way. 80k. We got that water taken care of. Over the next climb, we'll want to do water 1 final time. And for now, I'm just in the let's hang on and not do something stupid. So speaking of not doing something stupid, we want to make sure we ride a little harder so we don't slip back if the pace picks up too quick. So at 3:10 is the gap. Already a good chunk of the way up the climb. Gap is coming down, not going up, so that's good. Down to 240. I worry less and less about the break with a pronounced chase. 2:15. I don't think they're going to be a threat. Arbutas, Kukovci, and Rivera. If they are in line for the final climb, then I will sprint train the final climb and see what we can do there about splitting the field up. Meantime, Peloton is on its own, been split up a fair bit, down to 82. Down to 80 now. Gap at 2:15 is iffy, but that's okay. That's enough of a chase. It is coming down, and again, they are losing firepower. They're getting smaller, and the gap now under 2 minutes. Narbutas, Kukovci, and Rivera all struggling. I think we're going to lose at least Narbutas, maybe Rivera. Kukovci a bit further up, he's got a chance, but at 1.8k it's pretty iffy. Gap is opening again as the chase is falling apart. For me though, I kind of like the idea of keeping my guys in contact, and that is not going to happen. Narbutas and Rivera both gone, put them on auto. Kukovci gone, but maybe not out. He's just off the back of the group. I'd rather have 4 than 3. I'd rather have 6 than 4 or than 3, but we'll see. Can we get those guys back in contact? 50k to go. We need the water. There's Kukovci. He is too far back. It's just not going to happen. So that means Luco, go get water. Isakov has an 80 mountain rating today, so he's going to be a great support climber, but down to 3 guys really hurts. Front group, down to 3, plus some no man's land. Luco, that took a long time to get back to get that water. All 3 of these guys are going to be in good shape. Kikovchi, can we get you back on? Do you have a chance to get back up there? How about relay? Can we relay? Sobrero, they are almost there. It's only bringing one rider back in. I'd like to see them get back on. No, he's burning himself out trying to chase. Put him back on auto. Let the other guy through, have his turn, try to recover. So, with only 3, I don't feel as confident about trying to do something. We have already down to 15k to go. The climb itself, how long is it? How steep is it? 8 kilometers, 8% max, 5.5 average. That's not that bad. It's not that long, that's not that bad. I think we could just about get away with doing a train for our 3 guys. Arbutas, Rivera, Kukovci, all of them almost just about there, but not quite. Alright, here we go. Coming up on the climb, those 3 riders, just 49 seconds right behind the tree there. So they are definitely not going anywhere. Let's go 85 for the climbing. Let's go Isagov, Luco, Gel, 8.8k. Don't push too hard yet. Back off a little bit for now. But a 76 mountain. He'll climb pretty well at this pace, and it's going to make it hard for others to attack. Speed it up for a little bit. 57, now 56 in the Peloton, so we are already dropping guys. 55. A minute gap to those guys. They pushed pretty hard at the base. 53 seconds. Galvan, we're at 5k, and we have not done much damage at all to ourselves. So we're going to speed it up a little bit as the attacks are apparently being invited. Okay, start speeding it up. We got to control this thing. Here comes the break. Caja Rural really pushing, trying to do something. Cepeda attacking. Lopez trying to respond. We are still in a good, strong position. Let's go 85. Max climbing pace, 2.5k to go to the top. This, though, is not just about getting to the top of this climb. This is about there's still a ways to go to the finish. We still have 15k to go. So we need Isakov. We need Luco. 37. Okay, Luco, push a little harder because these guys are attacking, and we do not want to get dropped from this. Luco succeeds in getting us up over the top. Down to 29, chasing 1. I'm guessing that's Cepeda. It is. Luco out of energy, so he's got to just push max. We're going to make sure this gap does not suddenly open. Quintana. Okay, Isakov is still fresh, and I'm trying to save him to lead out the next little hill section at least. Luco, we're in decent position. It's back together with Cepeda. Luco gets out front, at least keeps a tempo. 8k to go. We're going to set up Isakov now. And I'm going to wait. Okay, now, take over before somebody comes in and attacks us. 30 riders left in contention. Kikovci, Arbutas, Rivera, 6 minutes behind. That's what happens when you miss getting back in contact. So Isakov climbing at his pace. 6k to go. Downhill, uphill. We're going to gel up in just a moment because of the downhill is going to go pretty fast. Into the downhill section. Now we push. Isakov 72 on the downhill. And we are at 3.5k to go. This is not to the finish. You want to definitely attack before the finish, though. Isakov. He's a decent hills guy. Sits 11th overall. 2k to go. Berlikov, attack. Isakov, sit up. How many riders can he take with him? Not many. Not many. He attacks over the top. 1K to go. Oh, he's out of red bar. He's out of red bar. Can he hang on? It's side by side. Berlikov for the win, ahead of Alaphilippe. Landa takes third. Yes, nice. Luco, I lost track of Luco. He's somehow somewhere behind. Is behind. Is Luco lost that much ground? Dang. Oh, that's right. He was leading things out. Isakov was 11th on the stage, entered 11th overall, so he should be in a similar position. Luco 30th on the stage, not well placed. We're going to let the other guys just finish up on their own. But Berlikov, 2 stage wins already. That's a 10-second time bonus, and it was just Alaphilippe, Landa, and Berlikov at the finish line. So we'll see what that does for the standings. And we get some nice little bonuses at the end. Berlikov, Alaphilippe, same time. Landa loses 3 seconds, then 16 to a group of 4, 31 to the chasers. That now puts us a minute 12 clear of Cepeda. Landa, minute 18. Alaphilippe, minute 23. Carapaz, minute 43, and then 2 minutes on back. So time trial wise, this is what we got to watch out for. Carapaz, not a big threat. Alaphilippe, not a big threat. Alaphilippe could gain some time on us. He's actually the biggest threat. So we're in good shape heading into that time trial, though we are not done yet. That's stage 3. Time trial will be stage 5. We still got to get through, that the one in between. Isakov, by the way, sits 10th overall, but he is 2nd in the under 25s. That's just how strong this is. Van Wilder is the closest under 25s competitor outside of our team at 7.5 minutes down. Dang. We are 6th, 7th, and 8th as well, so we are all over that competition. And now stage 4 of 5, you can see we just have one big climb, but it's not a finishing climb. You have the descent plus a little bit of a flat or slight downhill. So we have 12 riders in the break. They have 2 minutes 45 seconds. It is Arkea Samsic who seem interested in keeping them in check, which is good because I have 6 climbers. I don't have any guys for flat. Okay, we've got some false flat right now. 6.5%, definitely climbing, but it's going to flatten out for a moment before we then begin the climb proper. Let's get over that recover position slightly. Okay, now we set ourselves up. Don't want to push 80s, high 80s. Let's try 82. Berlikov, follow Isakov, follow Kikovchi, follow maybe Narbutas in between, because I think he was sitting, 78 mountain today, 77, that's nice. Luco is doing good. Rivera is up front, so he's going to start us off. Rivera gel, Luco gel, because Rivera is not going to last long. We'll start 79 and just ease it forward with Rivera. That's all he's going to do is ease us forward. His job is already done for the day. Kikovchi is here, but Luco is not yet in place. So we're going to have to go with Kikovchi first. Luco is almost there. 81 in the Peloton, chasing 6. They only have a minute. There they are. And we are taking it easy. Luco is going to have to drop to the back. He's out. So he never got to lead. That's okay. Kikovchi, that means gel for you. Movistar has taken over from Arkea. Arkea blew themselves up, so Quintana is probably out now. And we're a little too far back for my liking, so let's speed it up. 6K to go. Pretty steep climb. We're riding defensive today, but we need to be in a better position than this if we are going to have to respond to some sort of attack from Carapaz. Still a good, nice, long train going, and things are now taking place as the lead-out guys are done. Kikovchi still doing his thing. Isakov needs to gel up. We've already responded. Carapaz, no, we haven't responded. Landa, I think, went clear. Did Landa get clear? No. Carapaz has, though.
Only a few riders are capable of
Scoins, that's all breakaway, guys. Barbutas, done. On to Isakov. 2K to go to the top. Down to 30. There's the top of the climb. Carapaz has a little advantage, down to 22. And Berlikov Climb your pace. In fact, maybe we want to attack. Do I want to attack? I'm tempted, but it's a nice long descent. But you still have some ground to cover after that. And I've got Isakov and Narbutas still in contact. Maybe. No, they're going to get dropped. They are going to get dropped. I think those two are going to have to be pushing really hard, meaning they're not going to recover. And we have this descent to come if we're close. If we're close, then they'll get caught pretty easily here. Now, down to the flat. Time to gel up. You can see it's already down to 10 seconds. They've been pushing, and now we push and catch them, and now it's 16. Cepeda. He's second overall, right? 3K to go. 16 in the group, nobody getting dropped. Tish Benut pushing. Classics rider, that makes sense. 1.9K to go. Technical cornering here, 1.5K to go. I want to attack, but Tish Benut's attacking now. Can we go catch this rider? Sprint. Berlikov. Sprint. He's got good acceleration, but he's not a great sprinter. He's not going to take the stage. That's okay. We don't need the 10.64 seconds. We needed to not lose time, and we're not losing any time today. We have a group of 16 crossing line together. It's only 11th on the stage. That's irrelevant. That's your 16 riders. Should be no time gaps. Maybe Hurt and Martin lose a few seconds as they were off the back. Guillaume Martin was all the way down to 17th. Uman was out. Williams, Scoins. I mean, those are good guys rounding out the next group back. I unfortunately did lose time with Isakov, Narbutas. Those guys lose some time, so that's not good for their positions. Isakov, the only one we care about on that, but it's all about Berlikov anyway, so it's okay. Same time for the top 14. 15-16 do lose 12 seconds. Then we're looking at a minute to the chasers. You know me, I hate to miss a good opportunity to enjoy a good time trial, and being that this race is important for us made all the more sense, even though we're 24th and 30th with Maida and Roman entering the final stage of this one. So overall standings, that's not going to happen. We're absolutely not in contention. However, we've already mustered a pretty good result. Razanaukis, good race day condition to help him out a bit, as he's a terrible time trialist. 15th on the stage so far. Galvez, not much of a time trialist either. Also good race day condition, but not great race day condition. And he is 12th overall. So we are just outside of the top 10 with guys who don't belong there. So what about guys who do belong? Maida, -2 race day condition. That's not going to help his cause. Ramon, +2 race day condition. That will absolutely help his cause. You can see right now he is placed okay. 28 seconds down through the first time check. Maida pushing that a little bit harder, continuing on a little bit longer before we back off to the 85. Roman, we're going to start pushing 86 again. The last phase, you could do it about an 87. And actually, with that positive race day condition and good time trial, and I think I could actually push the 87 now with Roman. And that should get us pretty much all the way to the end. You can see we're catching up to this guy ahead of us. And I think we're in for a pretty decent time in the end. Yeah, you can see just how much ground he makes up on him through there into a top 10 position, just 18 seconds down. So he's actually gained 10 seconds through this sector and has the ability to continue pushing. Maida, meanwhile, we need to make sure we start pushing for him. Back to an 86. Roman, push to an 88. Because there's some descending through here, so you can really afford to dig a little bit deeper now that we tuck. So he comes out of the tuck to push. Okay, 99. Tack to the finish line. 5th place. 5th is good. 16 seconds down. That's a good time. That's going to move him up a lot. Okay, Maida. We could attack 87, I think, all the way now. He is a minute behind. With the poor race day condition, that really hurts his chances. Sits 25th. I thought it was 24th, but that's okay. Can we at least get a rider in the top 25? You figure Roman has worked his way into that. But what can Maida do? Maida was better placed already. 1K to go. Descending through here and can't really push to the end. He runs out. Minute 21 down. That was actually one of our worst times outside of the beginning guys. Whereas Zanaukis, Galvez, both doing better. That race day condition having a real impact. Roman, though, 5th place. Now 6th is Rowan Dennis. Goes top. And Roman claws, really, his way into the top 25, getting 24th overall. And it's the final stage for Andalucia. And even though I don't have a lot of strong time trialists here, in fact, none of them are particularly strong, nowhere near my best guys, I have found the balance. There's a lot of punchiness to this short 13-kilometer time trial course, and I've had some success. Rivera was too close to Luco. I had him on auto. All 4 guys that I have managed, though, Luco is the worst placed in 15th at 25 seconds behind. Kjukovci, 13th. Narbutas, 3rd. So managing this closely has netted some strong results. Isakov, Berlikov are expected to do likewise, especially in the climbing portions. I think they're going to do well. At an 87, we can push, but we recover on the descents a little bit. So we're using a little too much red bar, but it's keeping us fairly active on that yellow bar and getting that little bit of recovery, as you can see here. Berlikov's going to set off fairly soon, so I'm going to have to go. I might have gone just a hair too hard with Isakov. We'll see if he can get through the top still at an 87. Might have to back off to an 86 or an 85. Definitely to an 86 here, but we've almost timed it right with Isakov, and then he will get to the end. We do need to set up for Berlikov, as he is the guy we need to ride. But we need to get through there. There you go. Isakov will recover. And now Berlikov sets off. We're going to be able to ride with him. And he's got a +1 race day condition. He's like the only guy who's had a positive race day condition other than Narbutas. Isakov coming up on the finish. Let's give him a chance. Let's go 92 there. Final kilometer. And then Berlikov. We'll see what his time is anyway. Isakov approaching the line. 7th. 6 seconds down. That's what I'm talking about. We've managed it well. So 87 for Berlikov. What can he do? Can he get a top 10? Hang on to that time. That will be a definite win if he gets a top 10 today. Very technical, a lot of undulation, and he has got a very good time. They said it's not good, but for me, that's a very good time at 7 seconds down. Castroviejo, Carapaz, 5 seconds down, so we do have to compete with that. Here's that last little sector, and now we can really attack from here. We'll go 89, where we went 90 with Isakov. I think that was just a hair too hard. He did run out before the finish line. 1K, 88. There's that last little flat sector right there. Now we ease off, and then we'll push it out to the end.
Wow, he's just
First! Sorry, that might have been a little loud, but what? I did not expect that. Berlikov takes the win on the stage as a non-time trialist. Another stage win, wins the overall. Castroviejo is 2nd. Carapaz takes 3rd on the stage, bumping him down. Landa was 4th. There's your overall final standings. Landa moves into the podium ahead of Alaphilippe. Cepeda off the podium entirely down to 4th. Carapaz keeps 5th. Castroviejo takes 6th. Isakov climbs into the top 10. 2 seconds down on Vensevenant. We had 3 guys right there in that window, and Isakov does bump one of them to get inside the top 10. He'll also take 2nd on the under 25s. Nice. Climber, yeah, we weren't in that one, but what about the points? Berlikov takes the points as well by getting that last stage. Alaphilippe had bumped him off, so we get the overall win. We get another stage. We get the points classification. We get the under 25s. Team, we settle for 2nd. Yeah, 11 minutes to Van Wilder. 11. That's a huge gap. 2nd overall in the team classification. What a result, though. What a result. That was good. That was so good. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.